What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Game Zone. As always, it's your boy DJ Hatter. Still don't have a co-host yet, but I'm looking. If you're interested, let me know. So, going into the first week of our Madden regular season is over, and it actually turned out pretty good. And I'm excited to talk about some of the games that stuck out to me. Starting with one of the games that stuck out to me was the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. These two teams have never been used at all since our 23 years of doing the tournament, but this is the first time we're doing the regular season, like I said, and this is the first time anybody willingly picked these teams. The Titans, I understood. Anybody picking the Cleveland Browns would have been like, okay, really? You picking the Cleveland Browns? But they did pretty good. They actually won this game 50 to, I believe, 19, and right now the Cleveland Browns are 1-0. Tennessee Titans are 0-1, and going into week 2, what do the Titans need to do to come back after a loss like that? They did a good job scoring in the first half. It's just that the defense couldn't hold up and allow Cleveland to run up and down them. And with Odell Beckham Jr. having the X factor on the Cleveland Browns team, it's interesting to see how somebody can use this team and make them, somewhat good, as you can see with just certain little players like that. I do believe the Cleveland Browns, after watching this game, they actually have the potential to either go undefeated and get into the top spot in the tournament, or in the AFC side of the tournament. I don't think the Titans can feel bad. I mean, they lost, but this again is the first week, so they have time to. He has time to regroup and bring himself back into the. What I was about to say. Bring himself back into winning form, I should say. Just so you guys know that if you guys haven't seen the names of the people, the guy using the Titans, his name is Will, and he's been playing Madden, according to him, since Madden 2006. And the person using the Browns, his name is Ken, and Ken's been playing. This is Ken's third year playing Madden. He was playing Madden 3 years ago, and he's somewhat fairly new. He said the Cleveland Browns is his favorite team, and he is actually probably the second or first person I've met who willingly says they're Browns fans. I mean, I willingly say I'm a Cowboys fan, so I mean, I guess that's okay. But yeah, I think the Cleveland Browns is going to be a force to be reckoned with, especially considering their next game. I'll pull out the schedule this week for their next schedule, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from Will, see what he does to, combat everybody else. The Titans, they also have a decent schedule, I believe. He's not playing anybody hard, I don't think. But then again, what I've noticed throughout the first week is that doesn't matter who has the lower ratings or whatever. Any team can win now. And I'm, again, looking forward to seeing what these guys do. Going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to talk about Pittsburgh Steelers and the Bengals game. That's a game I'm ready to talk about. And we are back and discussing this game. This is a game that actually had me scratching my head. These two guys, Nate Baker is using the Steelers, and the Bengals are being used by my man named Tyler. These guys can score. They have no problem scoring offensively, as you can see. Scoring on offense is just another easy thing for them, especially with Nate. Nate, especially his last 3 tournaments he's been in, he's known for throwing over 500 yards, which he did. He is, right now, after week 1, he is the second best quarterback right now, using Ben Roethlisberger, throwing 583 passing yards. I can't remember who the first one was, but I'm pretty sure somebody will let me know if they watch these games either on my Twitch channel or on my YouTube channel. But they're pretty good at scoring. It's the defense that has a problem. Nate Baker is a good offensive player. If he worked on his defense, he wouldn't have lost his game. He would have probably kept the lead after scoring this touchdown right here, which put him up 28-21. And just by seeing what Bengals did, he basically did the exact same play every down that got him the first down. Ben is good, not Ben, I'm sorry, Nate is good calling the defense. But I think in this Madden, you have to do more user control. He's tried to him and the other guy tried using the linemen a lot, and this is what actually messed him up. The Bengals, Tyler using the Bengals throwing off his back feet. You can't throw off his back feet on this one. This ain't the other Maddens. But you have to have more user skill control in this game. You can't use any of the linemen like you want to. You got to let the computer do that. That's why you can see Tyler using the Bengals and doing that to make him almost not catch the ball. Once you do that, you put the offense in a hard position, and I think Tyler did pretty well using the lineman back there, because that's one of the things that caused Nate to lose, because he was testing the users. But like I said, Nate is only one game. This is the first game he lost. It's only one game, and the Bengals are 1-0 right now. But what I'm worried about is next week's game where Nate has to play the Chiefs. The Chiefs also lost their game, I believe. The Chiefs lost their game, and it's going to be 0-1 versus 0-1. Steelers versus the Chiefs. That is going to be a high-scoring game. Probably, in my assumption, if I was to guess, probably the highest-scoring game of the Madden regular season. So, with that being said, both of these teams, they have, again, the Chiefs having a problem scoring either in their game they lost. They need to go to the drawing board, whatever free time they have when they get off work. I know everybody's busy, but find time to adjust defenses, see what they can do better, and go from there, man. I'm not entirely sure where Nate would change in his defense. Probably Nate would probably end up using what I told him to do if he's watching it anyway. He would probably start changing his defense up to where he can use the middle linebackers and the safeties and corners. That way he's not using his linemen all the time, so he can actually practice those skills in the skills challenge mode and make him play better on defense. I'm not worried about his offense. I'm pretty sure nobody who's ever watched him play, they're not worried about his offense. They're pretty much worried about defense, and that's where the problem lies on both sides. Again, though, I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys do, and that's my take on that game. And coming up next will be Monday night's game. Will be the last game we talked about. All right, last topic. I said Monday night, but I think this is the Sunday night one, I think, because the Monday night one ended in overtime where Texas beat the Buccaneers. But this is the game I really want to talk about. The Falcons and the Seahawks. These guys scored high. Both had good rushing offense and passing. This is what really surprised me and my brother who were watching the game. I don't know if he was on the mic with me at the time when we were talking about it. There's 3 seconds left. Seahawks are up 41-39. I don't know what defense, even we're looking at it right now, I have no idea what defense the Seahawks tried to call. Julio Jones has his X Factor activated. Just watch this play. If you haven't watched the game, just watch what he does in just 3 seconds. Play action. Man coverage. He has him down the field covered. He still caught it. And it ends the game right there. X Factor Julio Jones, the Falcons are being used by Shamar. And he said he's been playing Madden for a minute. I don't know what that means, but when we talk, we say a minute, that probably means a long time. He wins the game. He has thrown the most yards so far in the regular season. This is only week 1, and his receiver has the most receiving yards in this right now. With Julio Jones, what does it say? He has 12 receptions for 466 yards and 5 touchdowns. No other receiver in week 1 has gone past 300 yards receiving, because this is a passing league. Apparently, running is non-existent. I'm not even in there. I'm running the thing, and I have more rushing yards than my passing yards because I have Dak Prescott out, obviously. What I don't understand is the defensive call. The Seahawks would have been 1-0 if he had probably called anything with quarters in it. And that's what cost him the game. You can see right here with 312, he had 134 rushing yards, and 115 of them was from freaking Russell Wilson. This is, be honest. This is what I'm saying, is that these guys are throwing so much that and when they do run the ball, they're surprised. Change it up a little bit. Play better defense when you know somebody has an X factor receiver, rather it be DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Odell Beckham Jr. Just pay attention to your defensive scheme because you were playing tight defense somewhat. Nope, this game was just non-defense. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He shouldn't have thrown that much yards. Either of them, 613 passing yards. 613 passing yards, which is, I think, the second highest or first highest passing over Nate's 583 passing yards, which is already too much. 600? It's ridiculous. Yeah, okay. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what week 2 brings us. And like I told my brother before, maybe week 1 is just everybody trying to get used to the mechanics of this game because Madden 20 is a little different than previous Madden games. So I'm looking forward to seeing week 2 how they play. Maybe they'll play more conservative. Maybe they'll be smarter with the passing and the running. Maybe they won't overpass to where somebody will read that real quick and see what they're doing. And honestly, I played it. Sometimes running is not your friend. If you can't run, you have to rely on thinking duck passes, and that's something that everybody, even myself, has to work on. And it seems like this is the first week we had a lot of either comeback games or overtime games. I think there were like 4 or 5 overtime games in total, maybe. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys adjust to these things, man, because that was a ridiculous play. And I even went to the replay thing just to see how it went, just to see how his defense was. He had the guy on him for press on that far left of the screen. Had him pressed. And I assume he had his other corner or safety back there for backup. That's what I assumed. That's what anybody assumed if they look at this play. He's going to press him, so he's going to have to try to get the ball off soon. Not only that, but it was also a play action pass. Apparently that guy went for a blitz and Julio Jones ran right past him. The secondary guy is probably his only hope right now. Almost had the quarterback. He lobbed it up in the air. And this is where either, if he double coverage or played, even if he did catch the ball and he had corners, he would have caught the ball still probably because he's in X Factor mode. But he would have been stopped at no longer than the 20-yard line. He would have been stopped right there and it would have been fine. Instead, he catches it. The guy misses the damn knock the ball out of his hand and touchdown, win the game. But that's the most insane thing I've seen so far. One of the most insane things I've seen so far in week 1. Looking forward to week 2. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you guys.